Good evening, good evening, YouTubers, and welcome to the news. Ha, not really. It's a movie review tonight, and I've just finished watching, and bloody hell, what a movie! Great stuff. Now, this film, I watched the remake 10 years ago. There was a remake of this film. The film's called Dark Water. I can't remember who was in the remake. Was it Jennifer Connelly? I think it was. I'm sure it was Jennifer Connelly in the remake. That was pretty good, but this film. That film pales comparison to this one. So just finished watching it, and what a movie. The thing I love about Asian Japanese movies is the heart in horror films. You know, they always have a lot of heart to them. This film's got a lot of heart. You know, straight away you can the way they did it. It's the same director who directed. It's directed by Hideo Nakata. It's the director of The Ring, and he directed this. And wow, what a movie! Fantastic. And it's about this woman who, God, sometimes I find it hard to explain a movie. I'll try my best today. Well, not my best, but 5% of my best today. It's about this woman and she's fighting custody of her daughter, right? Because her husband wants, it's like a custody battle between those two, right? And she has to find somewhere to live, and she moves into this like big apartment. It's quite a big place, right? Bit run down though, but. And you see this guy sitting there with his. This guy sits here, right? With his camera. It's like a CCTV camera. The film was. I can't remember what year it was. I think it was 2002. This film was. 2002. I thought it was like 1999, but 2002. And wow, what a movie! I just thought, wow, it's a good film, really good film, definitely worth watching. The problem is I had to read it and I had to read the subtitles, so it's kind of. I'm watching and reading at the same time, so it's a good thing, I suppose. Sometimes watching a movie and then reading the newspaper. But in this case, I'm watching the movie and reading it at the same time. So yeah, good film. Anyway, we moved this apartment with our daughter, and thing is, then you start no, first of all, she's got to get first of all she's like looking around. Next minute she moves in with her stuff with her daughter. Next minute, but then you see this weird like stain on the ceiling. It's like. You wonder what it is at, but it's like a stain. It's like a patch, whatever it is. A wet stain. It's like a circle shape. It's leaking a bit, but you don't see it leaking at first. It's just like disappears right there. And then later on in the film, it gets worse and worse and worse. It starts leaking. Of course, she's not happy about it. So yeah. Oh god, how the hell do I explain this film now? So yeah, it starts to get worse and so it's like leaking, like it's like starts getting way worse. Then she starts seeing like this girl all the time in the film. It's like she goes down the elevator, right? And she sees this girl in this like doorway, but it's like it's the story's like it's part of the story really. She is the girl in it. There might be a bit of a spoiler in this video. I think I'll add a bit of spoiler this time. Spoiler. So anyway. And there's certain parts where you see this red bag, and this woman's like, where the hell did you get this red bag from? And she chucks the red bag out, and then it appears again. It appears quite a few times, this red bag, and it's part of the story. It's like there's an explanation where it's come from and stuff like that. And so yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's pretty leaky. This room is like it's leaking the hell out. It's leaking from the floor above them. It's like another room where the girl. I think where the girl lives. She used to live there. Like I said, spoiler, who died. I'm not very good with names. The names all of it, It's like Nakata, Kataka, Fakata. Good film. I love Asian Japanese films. Absolutely fantastic. Ring films, Grudge films. Love them. I wanted to watch The Ring tonight on a Blu-ray, but I couldn't watch it because it was in freaking Spanish. Japanese and Spanish. My Spanish is way worse than the Japanese, that's for sure. And my Japanese is not any better, so yeah, she's trying to like figure out what the hell's what's been going on, why with this girl and stuff, because she vanished in 1999. She see this, and when I was watching the film, I could probably explain better, but when you've watched it, you kind of think, okay, it's such a good film. Right, okay, so yeah, like I said, there's this guy. It's like this screaming. This one part is where she's in the elevator, right? And she's like holding her hand, right? This girl thinks it's the daughter, right? Next minute, the daughter kind of runs that way, and she thinks, what the hell? and she kind of looks like the hand kind of disappears, and it's in the CCTV or the camera where it's like a camera in the elevator. The guys are watching and go, what the hell's going on? And there's like someone else in the elevator, and then she just vanishes. There's those that kind of parts. So yeah, like I said, the thing gets worse up the ceiling, and there's another part where I keep this video short as possible, this trick review, because it's like I want to go in the garden. So anyway, so yeah, it's creepy. The film at the end of it does get really creepy. It actually made me jump a little bit. Making me uncomfortable now. So it's creepy. Like it's that original remake they did, and that was pretty good. Actually, I liked it. Not perfect, but it's pretty good. Oh my god, that one on Blu-ray too. So watch that one. But I like the music in this film. There's some great music in it. Heartfelt, string pulling music. You know, between the scene between the daughter and the mother is brilliant because she wants to protect her. But this thing is after a daughter, kind of. Yeah, she's trying to, she's kind of after a daughter, but this entity, kind of. Yeah, it's like it kind of plays with her actually, because the ending part's kind of like, oh my god, it's kind of because you think, oh my god, because there's one part where she leaves the daughter on her own, right, and this is kind of spoiler, and she finds a red bag in her daughter's finds a red bag in her daughter, and the daughter's like, I don't know how that got. Because she don't know how that's got in. The daughter said, I don't know how that got in there. She never put it in. And the mum's like, yeah, okay. And then she goes, and it's like a thing it's like a water tank at the top of on the building. It's like, and they investigate early on in the film. Like, it's one part where they investigate, and she's telling this guy, what she saw and stuff, and he's like, it could be just she could be seeing things and stuff like that. Helping her out, of course, isn't it? He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Tries to help her out and stuff like that. But yeah, she goes up the top. She leaves the daft thing is she leaves the daughter on her own, which is stupid. Should have left the daughter with someone, with someone. I don't know if that's even better, but anyway, there's like two old women in this film. I'm not sure what happened to them. Anyway, she goes up the top, man. It's like, and it's leaking. The thing's leaking. The tank, the water tank. It's like a water tank. It's leaking, and she starts getting these these visions and stuff about the girl in the yellow jacket and stuff. And there's one creepy part where I'll come back to that part in a bit. Anyway, she investigates. Right, next minute she sees. This is a spoiler. The girl drops into the water tank and dies, and that's what happens. That's the reason why, some parts where you see hair in the water, she's like drinking water, right, taking painkillers, and there's like hair in the water. That's the. Reminds me of that video, YouTube video with that freaking hair pie, what it was called. Ugh. Hair pie. Ugh. I'd rather eat poo, I think. Yeah, there you go. I'm a little bit fussy when it comes to poo, or hair food, or hair pie, or hair poo, yeah. So I have to be fussy when it comes to food like that. Anyway, so she investigates and the thing's leaking, the water tank. Then, like I said, the girl dies in it, but her spirit lives on. Her spirit lives on in the tower, the water thing, whatever it is, So yeah. So what happens is the girl kind of like, then the daughter, she's like in the house, the flat bath, the apartment by herself, and she's like, and next minute the bath's leaking. And then you see this, like, always, the bath is all black. It's all, it's like, it's like boiling, it's like, it's doing that. And next minute, someone grabs his daughter and tries to drown her. And, yeah, that scene was crazy. And that scene actually had me, because I thought, oh my god, it's quite tragic at this moment. Yeah. So, yeah, good film, though. Great effects. Great. I like the way they use the effects instead of CGI special effects. They actually used, instead of CGI, they just use old kind of classics, effects and stuff like that. There's one scene where his daughter's hiding back from the kids like playing the game. Right, next minute, they see his girl's legs walking like that, and then there's water coming from the feet, like it's like this water coming from the feet, it's like whoa, it's like whoa. So yeah, that's I forgot to mention that part in the film. It's like wow, great effects where they did it. I'm always impressed with, the films like The Ring and films like, where they did the effects in that film. Fantastic. the original one's actually better than the remakes and stuff like that. But I did like the Rings movie. I thought that was really good actually. I thought way better than I expected. So yeah, if you ever see Rings, give it a shot. I liked it way better than the second Ring film. That's for sure. The remake, sequel to the remake, but the remake is actually very good. So yeah, I enjoyed the new film Ring. So I was just sneezing a bit there. I'm gonna give it one between 1 and a 10. So so yeah, really good film, really worth watching. Creepy as heck. The last bit's really. Oh, this scene got me a little bit. I was like, oh shit. There's spoiler this is, guys, before you can actually cut this bit up. She gets the door right, and she's like drowned in the pot at the end. She's this scene made me jump. This is creepy. This scene was. So she thinks she's got a daughter, right? She's like, where is she? That's right. She's in the building. No, that's right. No, there's one part where she's in the building. And it's all leaking. No, that's another part of the story. Anyway, she's like, I've got a daughter, right? She takes the daughter down the elevator. Next minute, she's looking down through the elevator window, and the thing's leaking. The elevator's leaking. The next minute, you see her daughter from distance. You think, what the hell? And the next minute, whoa! This scene made me jump a lot. This scene made me like, oh yeah. I think I'll just back off a little bit from the screen now. And the daughter's like, she's like, the girl with the yellow jacket. She kind of looks like. And next minute, her face is all kind of like freaky. It's like all mouldy. It's like I can't explain it. It's weird. It's creepy. That scene was creepy. I thought, Jesus Christ. So yeah, that scene made me a little bit creepy scene though. Really creepy, but great film nonetheless. I tell you, Japanese are fantastic when it comes to horror films. Yeah, good film. It's like psychological horror. It's like really good film. There's a lot of films I want to watch. There's this weird hair film. So yeah. So the rating I give this film is I give it 9 out of 10 because I thought, wow, I want to move her. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for Dark Water. If you ever seen the remake, check it out. It's not bad at all. It's been a while since last watched it. That's 2005, 2006 last time I watched that film. Might have been. So yeah, Dark Water. Check it out. It's fantastic. So anyway, guys, before I go off, follow me on YouTubers. Before I go off, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, and I'm sick of telling you that all the time. Maybe I should just say follow me on these, and that's it. So have a nice day, and take care, and have a nice warm night. Cause it's bloody warm today. It's like a bit warm, so I've been wearing like shorts. I'm like, and they do help actually. The shorts do. So I might go out for a bit. So anyway, enjoy the review, guys, and YouTubers and ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a nice day. Have this nice Dark Water review. So bye. Enjoy it.